Hello everybody, welcome to this video. In this video I'm going to go over this tank which hasn't had a water change in over 6 months, and I'm going to tell you all about it and how I do it. Alright, let's get right into the video. So this aquarium started off with a 46 liter Fluval Edge aquarium. I got this from a friend, shout out to Nemo, a good friend of mine. He gave me this aquarium and it's a perfect aquarium for this build. I got this Mars Aqua Chinese light, got it off of Marktplaats, which is a second-hand site in the Netherlands. Just have some power heads in there for some flow, an old canister filter which I got from a friend, and yeah, just some live rock, which with a lot of nice corals. Here's some pumping xenia, very healthy, doing very good. Kenia tree coral, which is doing awesome. Toadstool, we got some mushrooms going on here, which are doing fine. We got some green star polyps. We got a little tailspot blenny in there. He's hiding in the filter right now. Got a nice black ocellaris and a regular ocellaris clownfish pair. And everything is going really great for this tank. As you can see, the tank is very good and stable. A lot of algae in there, but we'll come right back to that. So what I do to keep this tank stable and how I'm doing it. Fuck, my phone is almost dead. Let me charge that real quick. Alright, so basically you guys are probably wondering how I am keeping this tank. My dog. Okay, wait 1 second. Okay, sorry people, I don't know how to edit and I'm not really looking forward to learning that, so that's why I'm shooting this video in one time and I can just pause it, and that's how I'm making this video. That's why it's a little bit chaotic, but I'm sorry about that. Alright, I'm gonna get back to how I'm keeping this tank without doing any water changes. Okay, so it's actually not that hard. If you have an aquarium, you got to make sure that there's a balance in the water parameters, you know, so that there aren't any crazy fluctuations, because that will kill your fish, corals, and it will make your tank look horrible due to diatom, algae, and other kinds of stuff you don't want in there. So when I first got into this tank, there was a big diatom outbreak almost immediately, and I was just trying to keep the parameters stable, you know, like everyone does with their fish tank, or at least when their fish tank is just set up. After a little while, that problem, yeah, it passed on. It fuck, how do you say that? It disappeared. Yeah, that was the word I was trying to look for. The problem disappeared, and yeah, I've had some algae problems over the course of a year. Different kinds of algae and bubble algae, string algae, everything. But right now I only have forms of algae that are quite beneficial to the aquarium and aren't bothering me in any way, or any of the inhabitants of this tank. I've got a few different species of string algae, but I use that as my skimmer. You know, the quick nutrients, it grows very fast and it takes all of the nutrients. Right now it's on the filter, and I take it off every once in a while, and that's how I remove some of the nutrients in this tank that aren't absorbed by the corals or other algae in the tank. Yeah, and I basically just let the algae grow all over the tank except for the front glass. That's how I make it appear very good and very fresh, although there's a lot of algae in the tank. And on the rocks there's almost nothing, and that is because of critters called crustaceans, called isopods. They're little isopods that eat away at all of the algae on the rocks, which is great because there's almost no algae on the rock. And there's an Asaria snail in this tank that takes care of the sand bed, and yeah, that's kind of it, you know. I have a timer on this tank so that stuff just keeps having its routine, you know, same day, same time every day, the lights turn on and off, and that I think that also has a lot of benefits for a balance in your tank. You know, your tank knows what it can expect, and because of that, there aren't going to be any fluctuations. Also, the bioload in this tank is very small. Only 3 fish, 1 snail, and just some crustaceans that, yeah, you are always going to have. They got into the tank by introducing some corals and stuff. So yeah, that is kind of it for this tank. And the big canister filter, I never clean it. Yeah, I clean it like once in half a year. as I said, I haven't done a water change in half a year. That's probably because what my zoanthids, yeah, they died off. I think because of nutrient deficiency, and that is because yeah, any nutrients that were in the tank were not introduced anymore. Um, but now I have this Coral AB Plus from Red Sea, which makes things a lot better, and all of the corals are starting to look a lot better again. Sadly, it was too late for my zoas, but for the most part, this tank is doing absolutely awesome without any freaking maintenance. So that is really great, you know. It is, and I hope that you guys are also having reef tanks where you don't have to do that much maintenance, because I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. I don't like maintenance. You know, I don't like it. Only when it's really necessary and you did it and it's like, oh, it's looking amazing. That's a good feeling, of course. But having to do maintenance every week and water changes, nah, I don't have time for that. I do not have the time for that. I have a very busy life, so that is why this tank is perfect for me. Right here behind you, we've got this beautiful freshwater tank, which also almost never has any water changes. But I'm gonna get into that another time. Okay, fellas and girls that are watching this, I hope you liked the video. You probably didn't, because it was a very bad video. No editing, no nothing. But all right, peace out. I hope you learned something from this video. Probably not that much. I thought it was fun making it, and I hope that you like my fish tank. Here are some shots of the fish tank with some music that's coming from my mouth. All right, let's go. Black Ocellaris. Yeah, all right. Normal Ocellaris. Okay, they're with the Xenia. Okay, yeah. They are chilling in the Pomazenia. Okay, let's go. Here is a Kenia tree. It is looking healthy. Here are green star polyps. I don't like olives. Here is more Xenia, because that stuff grows like euphilia. Here is some mushrooms. And